Hello, good evening everybody. I am just gonna see if I can pin something for you. Good evening. Welcome. So tonight we are going to be talking about Bluesky's builder gels, because I think a lot of people are looking at different brands at the moment. So, let me just get organised. We have got 3 different shades here. We are going to be doing 2 of my nails. Olivia May says, hello. Any questions you have throughout, just ask. We've got Bluesky in the chat as well, so they're going to be able to answer everything from the brand themselves. Okay, because all these different brands, they do like prep done slightly different ways. So if you want any particulars, now is the time to ask, because you have the brand here. They say hi, come in the chat, come say hi. So before I get started, I just want to quickly mention this stuff. This is Lexan gel, and I've just given it a go. So this, I've just made an extension tip here with a sticker form. I'll show you what I've used. I've used one of these. Nails by PCS says, hi, hello. I've just used one of these to just make a tip on there to test it out. And it is so good. It's really hard. It's really good if you need like a quick fix, or that you've got a split and it's self-levels. It's quite thick, but if you leave it on, it will self-level. So I'm going to put builder gel over this, and we're going to see how that goes as well. So if anyone needs something for like a break or anything like that, take a look at this. Right, let's move on to the builder gels. So I've done my prep. I've removed my old gel, and we've prepped with 240. You can do 180 or 240, and you don't really want to buff. You want it reasonably rough. I would recommend going in either zigzag lines or little circles. Imagine your nail and you've roughed it up and it's got little fibres sticking up like that. You want the gel to grip onto it. If you buff it and make it smooth, it's not going to stick. So you want to rough it up a little bit. So now that's all done, I am going to go in with, you can either use cleansing solution or the cleansing wipes. So we're going to do one at a time for you tonight. And we're here for half an hour. So like I say, any questions anyone's got, Bluesky are in the chat. So tonight's the night to ask. So let's see how this goes over this extension here that I've made. So I've just done it from here down. So we're going to use some of the primer. I'm just going to put that on the natural nail. I'm not going to put that on the enhancement. I'm just going to make sure it's blended in, and we're going to wait for that to air dry. So we've got 3 colours here. I'm going to show you the colours. This one is Latte. And we've got Rose. Let's have a look at that shade there. That's a really nice one. And this one, which I'm most excited about, is a little bit sparkly. This is called Peach Glitz. I'm collecting lots. This is from Nails by PCS. I'm collecting lots from Bluesky at the moment, and they don't let you down. The pigment is amazing. So true. Also, I've just got the spring range, and you know, with pastels, sometimes they're a bit wishy-washy. These ones are absolutely not. If you look back through my last couple of videos, I did a mini egg one, and the blue is so strong. It's such a good pastel. Olivia May, is it TPO free? Yes, they are TPO free. I've pinned this one here, Peach Glitz. We're going to use this one first, I think. That's a little bit sparkly. I'm really excited for this one. all the builder gels should be down at the bottom. If you want to have a look through, they are 10% off just for this live. Nails by PCS says, and they have every colour you could imagine. Just bought all their glass collection for Torty. Oh my God, how much does everyone love Torty? I think once you've got it down, I just love it. And over Torty, do you know what would be good? The tempered top coat would be really good over Torty, because you know sometimes when you've put your blobs on and it's a little bit bumpy, we want it nice and flat, don't we? So if you go over with that, that would make it really nice and flush. Right, so we've wiped with a cleansing wipe. We've put our primer on. And now, as this is a fresh set, so this has the base coat built in, so you don't need anything else. You just need this bottle. You don't need a base coat. I am going to go in for a thin layer, and I'm going to cure it. I'm really interested to see how this sits over the enhancement as well. So we're going in reasonably thin. We're doing a little bit, scrubbing it in a little bit, making it stick to where we've roughed it up. Wipe a bit off there. You don't need too much at this stage. Making sure we're fully covered with a nice thin layer. So the consistency on these are good as well. I haven't warmed these up or changed the temperature of them at all. I think these are going to be just right. Let's pop that away from the lamp. Pop that over there into the lamp. Blue Sky says the glass are best for torties. They absolutely are. I can see some of you putting some things in your basket. So it's only 10% off during this live. It's a flash sale, so make the most of it. As well, anyone that's new that's joined, Blue Sky themselves are in the chat. So if you have any questions, ask away about anything. We're focusing on the Builder Gel today, but if you do have any questions about anything else, just ask. So we are going to do, the one we're using at the minute is Peach Glitz. That's the little sparkly one. And then on the other finger, we are going to do Rose, Flat Rose. So then next I'm going to do slip layer and a bead. Let me get a long fine liner brush. I like a long one. I know some people like a shorter one. This is the sort of brush I like to use. This has been my day one brush. Look after your brushes, guys. It's very important. You can just give them a quick once over with this, and that will keep your brushes nice as well. Okay, that is done. So next I'm going to go slip layer and bead. And I'm going to make sure I've got this tip blended in and no one's going to know. No one is going to be able to tell that this is an extension. Blue Sky are loving this. Builder Gel application is just so satisfying to watch. Obviously, everyone's algorithm is that now, right? Yeah. Could just watch it every day. So I'm not going to cure this layer. And we're going to go with the beads. So we've got a bit of length on there. So we need a reasonable apex. But also we're taking into consideration that we have used this as an enhancement. This stuff's strong, but it's only 3/4 of the way down. So as this grows out, we need to make sure we have the strength in the correct place. So I'm going to start near the cuticle, but I'm not going all the way down because we don't want bulky edges. You need to think as this grows out, you don't want a huge bump at the end as it grows out. So I'm kind of dabbing, feeding the product down. I'm going through the centre, I'm not going right down to the edges because we're going to let gravity do its thing. And that is my placement of the product. I'm then going to use my fine liner and start pulling it to where I want it to go. So this stuff self-levels beautifully. Just get rid of any air bubbles if you see any. Sometimes they just go by themselves. You want to look at all angles. It's always easier doing it on someone else than yourself as well. I'm going to keep checking my line of light. Check there's no dips and bumps. This colour is stunning. And now I'm going to pull it a little bit closer down. Being careful not to flood. If you do, you just wipe away before you cure. I think we're pretty spot on there. Look at that in the line of light. Whoosh! We'll get that straight in. What have I missed? Nails by PCS. It's got a shimmer to it. I love that. Yes, it is stunning. You see it, little sparkles in there. We love the sparkles. So if you want to look for this one, it's number 12. That is what you're looking for. Peach Glitz 12. And they are 10% off, flash sale just for today, just for this half an hour. We are going to go over that in a moment with the Ultra Shine top coat. Oh, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say your name. I don't want to get thrown off. I'm going to call you Licious. Licious20 has just qualified. Well, welcome. Bluesky, you're in the chat, as well as me. My name's Mel. I am a nail tech of 8 years and a qualified educator. If you have any questions, you're in the right place. Now's the time. Use us. Use us while we're here. Olivia May's here. Hello. So we're just waiting for this to cure, and that has gone on beautifully. Very, very excited to have a look at this in a second. Keep tapping the screen, guys, and giving us a like. Check out the shop at the bottom. There's 10% off for another 20 minutes minus 3 minutes. What's that, 17? Can you ask non-Bluesky questions? You can try. Let's see. Depends what it is. We will help wherever we can. Look at that. Look how that has just self-leveled. I hardly had to play around with that fine liner brush at all. Because I put the product through the centre and not all the way around the edges and down, it just fell where it needed to be. We've got it a bit thicker down here because I know that that's where my enhancement joins. We've got enough strength in there. And we are going to pop this on. This is the Ultra Shine top coat. And that is just going to make this glitter pop. I can see there's some questions on there. When I've got my hand in the lamp, I'm going to get to you. Just make sure this goes down right to the cuticle area, but without touching the skin. If you think you've touched anywhere, you can just get around here. Zoom. You want to get rid of that before it goes in the lamp. Zoom, zoom. And that is the noise that makes. Get that in there. Lovely job. Right, so Bluesky have said Ultra Shine Top Coat coming soon. Am I first? Am I super privileged right now? So this is coming soon. Let's see how that makes that glitter pop in a moment. Polish Perfection says, what gel polish do you recommend? Well, Bluesky, of course. This is, I mean, I have this obviously isn't my whole collection, but I have Bluesky. I'm Bluesky through and through. The price is great. The pigment is great. The customer service is great. I have been using them since I first started, just over 8 years ago. And yeah, Bluesky. If you go onto the main site, you can use code MELSGELS10 for 10% off. How do you stop the free edge lifting I'm finding on my own nails? I'm a new tech. If you are e-file trained, something you can do is, light change there. File away the underneath of your natural nail a little bit, or finish file at the end and file it down, and that might seal it in. Try that one. Just make sure your prep's down. Make sure you're using all the right chemicals beforehand and you're doing the right things that the brand wants. Polish Perfection, is it TPO free? Yes, TPO free and HEMA free. We're not e-file trained yet, that's fine. You can try finish filing at the end like this and see if that will seal it in. Oh, time goes so quickly. Right, let's look at this and move straight on to the other one. Do you put a top coat on the free edge to seal it in? No, you can finish file. You need to check with the brand, but you can finish file most brands after. Some of them don't like you to, some of them do. This is fine too. So like now, say if that was a French, and I've just done a French, to really crisp up those edges, I would give that a file. So this top coat, is it sticky? No, that's a no wipe. So that is done. Look at that. Perfecto. Right, let's get straight onto the other one. So I'm going to start with cleansing wipe. I don't know why that one looks so red through the camera. It's not, I promise. We're going to let that dry a bit. Don't want it too wet. Where's my primer gone? Then, there we go. We're going to get some primer on here. You don't need much, okay? You could probably do, when lifting your brush out, you could probably do all 5 with that. And then we are going to go in with Rose. So again, let's get this a bit drier. Everyone blow. I bet some of you just did that. Right, let's get this over here so you can see. So we're going to go in with a thin layer and cure. Oh, we've still got a tiny bit of previous gel on there. Can you see the bump? So we're going to make sure that's all nice and level. Nice thin layer on that. That's going in. Yep, delicious blue. Well done. So there's a few more of you on here now. Hello. We are testing out a few of the Bluesky builders. They are all linked down below and they are doing a flash sale and there's 10% off, but just for 10 more minutes. Oh, did I miss one? So the dehydration, what we're doing at the beginning is we're cleansing either with the cleansing solution or the cleansing wipes, and then we're using a primer. So we're not using any acetone or anything else here. So again, we're going to go slip layer bead. If I was doing an infill, I wouldn't do this step, what I'm doing right now, the first layer. I would just do the slip layer and the bead. Lady Crimson, can I just say Bluesky is my go-to product for years. They are fantastic and the builder gel is amazing. That is so good to hear. And we love you. But really, guys, if you haven't tried anything from Bluesky, I only talk about products that I actually like. If you look through my videos, I do honest reviews. You know, I recommend things that actually work and things that I actually like. And this is everything from Bluesky are things that I actually use and actually like. Okay, so we've done the slip layer. Go for a bead again. I'm going to kind of shuffle it back, not touching, not too close. I'm also, this time, because my finger's at a better angle, don't forget, it's gravity the whole time. So if you've got a client, they've got a twisted hand, you need to twist them around the right way. Otherwise, it's all going to be dripping to the side. So this is slightly thinner than other brands you might be used to. So you don't need to warm it up. If you feel like you've taken a bit too long and it's starting to flood and you make a mess, you turn your finger upside down, make sure you're nice and flat and level, and the apex will fall into the correct place. So yeah, I haven't even done anything with my brush there, that's ready to go in. So with the consistency of this being thinner, it's going to save you time because you're not messing around with this for ages. You're not moving it around to its right place. If you can get it in the right place first time round with this, it will just fall where it needs to fall. And then you can just get it straight in the lamp. Thank you for the follow. Anyone who's not following me, please give me a follow. Only product I use. Colours are great. They last and self-level so well. Yeah, the colours are great. They are great. Licious just gave us a follow. Thank you very much. You have got 6 minutes left of the 10% off. Let's pin you. What's this one? 5 rows. Let me see if I can find it. for 2. Yay, there it is. So I've just pinned for you the one that we're using. And then we are going to go for this again, the Ultra Shine Top Coat, which is coming soon. Anyone who missed the beginning, I extended my nail here with this Lexan gel. So if anyone's looking to do extensions with sticker forms, or someone's got a broken nail and they need a whole layer of extra strength, this stuff's really, really good. Like, you wouldn't even know that that's an extension. I'll show you the underneath. That is like flush to my nail. It's perfect, if I do say so myself. Right, let's get a top coat on this one. Look at that. Shh. Look at that line of light. That is how you know that it's just self-leveled so nice. That is the benefit of having it a bit runnier, because that is so smooth. Concentration. We don't want to go too thick. But you don't want to go too thin as well. Can you see brush strokes? You don't want brush strokes. What I'm going to do is just make sure I'm covered. And then I'm turning my brush over, and we're just going to go in slightly thicker. And I'm not putting pressure on the brush. I'm like, shoo, shoo, you know. Make sure nothing's on the skin, around the side, like that. Checking your line of light, bosh, bosh, in we go. 3 minutes left of the 10% off. Also, guys, another top tip, when you've got hand in the lamp, especially if you're practicing, things like that, do not put open bottles in front of it or your brushes in front of it, because you're going to make everything set. So make sure everything is far away from your lamp. Oh, I didn't finish. So, quick recap. Prep the nail. You make sure there's no skin in the way, or your cuticles back, all that jazz. You want to etch the nail plate with a 240/180, and you want it rough-ish. You don't want it smooth and buffed. You want to do this, or you want to do this, okay? You kind of want your nail to be a bit roughed up like this. Does that make sense? And then we're cleansing with this or with this. Then we're using a primer. And then you can just go straight in. No need for base coat. It's all built in. TPO free, HEMA free, safe, not expensive. 10% off, 2 more minutes. Oh, so when I talk about finish filing, what you can do if you want to, if you want to crisp them up a little bit, you don't want to go down your sidewalls too much. Oh, should we get a bit of oil on there, shall we? Have I got anything left in here? Charlotte's here, hello. Let's finish with a bit of the Bluesky Nourishing Serum. Right, guys, does anyone have any other questions for me or Bluesky before we go? One minute left to buy at 10% off. If you want to quickly grab anything. So let's get you in focus. Can you see the sparkle? So the good thing about this serum as well is it's not greasy. So it's really good for your photos after. That one there, that was Peach Glitz with an enhancement of Lexan Gel with the Ultra Shine top coat. And this one was, not that one, Rose with the Ultra Shine top coat. Right. Thank you, everyone. If anyone thinks of any other questions, just drop me a message. Please give me a follow. Much appreciated. We'll be back again soon. And thank you, everybody, for watching.